Right, so basically, this is my fucking day. I go into town, I meet up with somebody, I'm talking to them, my phone goes, I answer the phone, I go and meet somebody else in town. On my way to meet them, I go into the toilet, but I don't really appreciate shitting next to other men. It's like being in prison. So, I like to use the disabled toilet for doing that. But the security guard who stood outside with a cleaner, basically looking after the cleaner, making sure she's okay. And whilst she's stood outside, I walk past them and go into the table. Well, anyway, the man had the audacity to grab the door and prevent me from going in the toilet because it's a disabled toilet. And I said to him, it doesn't matter. There is no law that says you can't use it. It's just that you have to give priority to, if there's a pregnant woman needs a toilet, she's going to use the disabled toilet. It's as simple as that. And they don't know what disability I got. They don't know physical disability from a mental disability. So for all of that intents and purposes, right, he grabs the door. So I go into the thing, I fuck off, close the door, have an argument with him. I think, fuck it, he's going to have the police waiting for me, isn't he? Because that's what they do. So I turned around and I fucking burst the door open, picked up my shit, my coat and that, and fucking went back into the actual toilet. Did what I was doing, come back out. As I come back out, the security guard's still there. So I'm like, stood there, thinking, well, where do I go, what do I do? And then there's a moment of clarity where I think, no, I want to know this bloke's name, I want to make a complaint. As I'm making the decision, I see the bench, so I sit on the bench, and then he walks past me a couple of times. I said, what's your name? And of course he won't tell me, he wants to be ostentatious with me. So I'm like, well, okay, mate. If you're not going to tell me your fucking name, I'm going to get angry. So I got a bit angry with him. So what's your fucking name? I said, how dare you stop me from taking a shit, right? And all this. And I'm doing it in the middle of the fucking Brunel Centre. People can hear me. They're eating. So it's embarrassing for him as it is for me. And I'm getting upset because he won't tell me his name. So anyway, I moved suddenly to walk away. He flinched because he thought I was going to hit him. But that didn't stop me from telling him 2 seconds before that if he didn't tell me his name, I was 30 seconds away from fucking hitting him. So that's probably why he thought I was going to do it. But he just wouldn't tell me his name. So I got the radio number, but I can't remember it now. It's hours ago. So all I can do now is avoid him when I'm going for a shit. So the second thing that happened to me, I go off, I come back about a few hours later into town. I need to go to the bank. I bought a bag from the internet. It came with some Euro money in it. I think it was like a gift, or it was either somebody forgotten it and didn't. But the labels were all on it, so not really sure. But anyway, when I bought this cheap bag, I got a few euros in it, so I thought I'd put it in the bank. And then it turns out if you go to the bank, you can't put coins in it. All you can do is put notes. So I was like, okay, forget it then. Then I started to tell the lady about the story. She wasn't interested, so I thought, yeah, fucking Lloyds Bank, Swindon. I've been in there with a few people. They are the worst cheery people you'll ever come across for a daily business. I've never had a good experience in there, apart from the other week when I went in with a friend who was desperate for a situation to be sorted out, and we found somebody that was listening. So anyway, the next thing I do is go to the next bank. That's NatWest. So I go into NatWest, and there's a bloke stood there. There's nobody in there. There's just machines and seats, right? So, and offices, and there's nobody actually in the offices. There's nobody around. It's like they're scared to even come out from behind the woodwork, like. So they The bloke stood there. I sat there for about a minute. There's another guy sat there patiently, fair play to him. But I haven't got the time. I've got more better things to do than sit in a bank and wait for somebody who doesn't think my time is precious enough to get off his ass and come outside. Because fuck knows what he's doing in the background. Right? In the back. So, anyway, I got up and I just walked out and I just said, fuck it, mate. I'll just do it online like every other motherfucker has to. And then he went, but they're coming. I was like, nah, fuck it, forget it. Yeah, let them sit on their ass all day and get paid for it from NatWest. Fuck them. Right? Who came up with that idea? A bank is supposed to be somebody who's in control of your fucking finances, not a machine that just collects money and takes money off you and fucking, you can't even put money in the bank. You have to have notes. You can't even spend coins anymore because I can't find anything I can literally buy £1 for. The cheapest beer I can get is £1.70, right? And they're in control of your money. And there's nobody facing the fucking forefront of the customer service. There's nobody there doing that. So who's in control of your money? Think about it, right? The bank doesn't have anybody facing customers anymore. So they're heading for what we already know, a digital currency, right? And I'm telling you now, right? If that's what we're heading for, not only will cash money be out of the window, but a lot of people will be living at home in like the COVID thing because the people won't be able to do cash in hand work. They won't be able to cheat the government. They won't be able to do whatever they got to do to survive in this fucking crazy fucking jungle. But this wilderness. Yeah. So if I'm honest, it really puts me in a pit of despair again because I just think. Every time I go into town, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I literally go into town for one reason, and that's to use the bank. And now I've got no reason to go to the bank because there's nobody in the fucking bank. So you might as well do everything online, and that's what I said to him. Oh, fuck off. I didn't say that. But I said, fuck it, I'll do everything online, like everybody else, every other fucker in the world, And if you're not aware of that, come into town and have a look at what's going on. There's absolutely nothing but foreign businesses and bakeries and cafes, right? And most of them are foreign businesses. So the big shops are all being turned into small outlets. So they basically buy a fucking shed load of stuff off the internet, off eBay or whatever. And I think to myself, well, I could do that, but I'd buy better products because they buy all this crap stuff that they're just going to sell so many units of per person, per adult that walks through the door, and it's crap. It's just plastic Chinese crap that comes, flasks and Tupperware and towels, and it's just, that's what Marks and Spencer's is now. It's just one level of shit. Carpets, they're selling carpets in there, which is fair enough. There aren't many places you can buy carpets, but rugs even. Yeah, rugs, not carpets, rugs, Persian rug type style. But yeah, there's nothing in town. I mean, I'm walking through the outlet now, they've got some fantastic shops in there, but who can afford to buy it? Everything I buy is online like everybody else, so I might as well not sit in the bank and just get up and walk out and go and sort it out online. Make a phone call. Right? They're probably not paying anybody to sit in the bank, and that's why there's only one or two people in the bank serving. Right? They don't want people having jobs. Do you not understand? That's what I say. Do you not understand that? Because, all right, they don't want you to have jobs because they want you to stay. They want the COVID thing again. They had so much control. People couldn't go out of houses. They literally told them what 5 minutes of day they can go for a walk. Yeah, what they can eat because so much was on the shelf, wasn't it? If you remember rightly, ration everything. World War Three, it's all coming, but fucking, it starts with this sort of thing where you go in the bank and there's no one there. So I never got the euros installed. I've got to save 3 more euros to be able to put it in the bank. That's funny as fuck. It is to me, but not when you're sat in the hot heat in the bank, just waiting for some muppet to come out of the back and not be ignorant to the fact that you're a customer with time and money that's been invested in just being in their office or their fucking shop. That was fucking lovely. If I'm not mistaken, this is Faith.